In the words of one of the greatest escape artists of all time.
Listen carefully. I stole a paperclip and I have it in my cheek, but I don't know what to do with it, and it hurts.
Oh, well, my Xbox One, so they can have a box. And let me put this up. There we go. A princess, blah, 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 blah. Also, like, just because they hold your eyes open when trying to brainwash you doesn't mean you can't turn your eyes. Like, oh, you want me to look forward? No. I just finished watching Star Wars: The Forces of Evil, St. Olga'S. Anyone who's watched my reviews on Starverses, you will kind of know that this episode isn't one of my favorites. Yeah, that Magician one's dumb as all heck and isn't a good episode basically at all. But this one I dislike for an entirely different reason. This one being that it had so much potential, so much build-up, and then it pays off to a kind of anticlimactic episode. And that's still kind of how this feels right now, too. And it's kind of bad. It's kind of bad. It has its fun moments, FYI, don't get me wrong, but it is still kind of bad. So basically, the short term of this is, Ponyhead is sent, of course, to St. O's. We've seen this before. St. Olga'S reform school for wayward princesses. But, Star and are calling on a phone, are calling each other via phone, but Ponyhead shows somewhat of emotion when Star brings up like all the things they could do if they were out. She's like, oh no, I gave an emotion, so now I'm going to be taken to the reform center, whatever, and she gets taken away. So Star at least says, we have to go save Ponyhead, and Marco's like, no. And then she's like, but we have to get her out of that prison. And Marco's like, did you say prison? I always wanted to escape from prison. He didn't say it dramatically like that, but still, like, you know, really? Prison? And I just started thinking of a soap opera, and then I remembered Marco Diaz, and then... Any case. So, Star and Marco head over to St. Olga'S dimension, but of course they actually can't get in because there's a magic barrier around the place. This also starts the whole Princess Marco thing, which, you know, got DeviantArt in a lot of it, and then when Tom and Marco became a thing, that just like, when that Tom and Marco episode happened, it was like, perfect! But, God dang it. But, Marco gets dressed up in his princess attire, Star dressed up in, like, goth, like, rocker style, which I'm assuming is probably something she used to actually wear, since she's, shown to have, like, a rebel streak at one point. But this St. Olga'S is a place where there's no magic, no dimensional scissors, and you are created, and you're supposed to suck out all individuality out of you, and make you basically a rubber stamp, as they say, like one of a million princesses instead of a one in a million. You know, so you're basically a copy of like all these princesses, whatever. And they even show like straight up like Disney arts, like classic like movie Disney art style for like one of the princesses at one point. Like that's kind of funny. God damn. But like basically, Star and Marco have to go get Ponyhead, and they even do the whole reveal where like they go to Ponyhead after her containment or whatever, and Ponyhead, like they have her back to the wall, and you see like her hair's braided, so it's like, oh yeah, she's transformed, and they of course got to a commercial, but like I'm watching it on Hulu, so ha! I beat your commercial. But dang, my camera looks like it's about to die. Hopefully it doesn't die. But Star and Marco basically then have to escape St. Olga'S. Marco gets captured at one point. He's taken to this reformant chamber, which is one. Also, I forgot to mention the dimensional scissors are blocked by a magic barrier, but Star's wand still works here, even though they said that magic doesn't work. And that's also not even one of the biggest plot holes. This also is the episode where like you kind of get the plot of the story rolling a bit with theories, because you know the whole mural and the whole thing with the giant moon and having a star, and then the sun, or the sun like inside the moon with the star at the edge, which then of course like the moon's probably supposed to symbolize Eclipsa, the sun representing Marco, and star of course representing star. And you kind of get everything slowly start rolling. Marco gets captured, of course. And he gets taken down to the reforming chamber, which, again, is probably one of the biggest plot holes in this episode, because, why don't they do that to all of the princesses? They never give a reason, so why don't they just, mind wipe all the princesses like that? Since Marco was just starting to lose his individuality like that, and Ponyhead basically took, probably, a couple hours? They could literally take all the princesses in this school, this reform school, and literally change them all into how they, princesses supposed to act extremely quickly. Like, they could do this all within, maybe a week. Maybe a week. Just you stay in your room, and, just stay here till, we come to wipe your entire mind and make you a perfect little princess that we send back to your parents. It'd be so easy and so done. And also, the parents who send their kids here are awful parents if they haven't seen the conditions and everything that these princesses are in, and how effed up they effed them up in the head. So the parents are kind of a-holes in this universe as well. Or the stars dimension, whatever. And what the fuck else is there that's kind of effed up. But anyways, Marco gets taken there, and he actually starts getting mind-washed as well. Star and Baby, of course, get separated, and Star has a mental breakdown after she sees a poster that says, "Be like a princess like this," and Star goes there, starts ripping, and then starts crying. And I'm just like, wait, why are you... I think they cut something, because I thought I remember her crying before that, too. But, yeah, Star starts ripping and crying. I'm like, I guess you could kind of say maybe that's, you could kind of say maybe that's supposed to symbolize, Star, not wanting to be a princess, or not wanting, the, I don't know, duties that are pushed onto her, I guess. I don't know. I guess you could kind of see it as that, or, her not wanting to become queen or something. I don't know. I feel like it could have been a little bit better, shown or displayed, because it was just kind of she sees the poster, reads it, I forgot what exactly it says, but it's something like a princess or something, and she's like, and starts ripping at it. Also, the whole design and everything, and how that poster and everything looked, kind of reminded me a bit of BioShock, which I kind of actually want to be why do they, if Disney ever wanted to make, a fun game for the internet, just a dumb little fun game, they could have, a Doom type of shooter, or, but have it mixed with BioShock, and have it to where you're, a first-person shooter with the wand, and, you're going around St. Olga shooting, the enemies. And, maybe even, you can get upgrades, which are different spells that you can shoot. Disney, if you're going to use this, please give credit's due. Maybe sponsorship, something like that. I must not give you much traffic, but maybe just a tiny bit. No, I'm kidding. Probably not any case. It's probably the other way around. Any case. So stop. But, I just thought of that real quick. And basically, of course, they bust Marco out. Marco has a bobby pin, which I forgot to mention, where he's like, this thing can come in handy so many ways. When he finally does use it, having it, the bobby pin in the back of his cheek, he freaking drops it, just flies, and he's like, God dang it! But, yeah, so Star and Marco try to escape. They find this mural area. They're almost cornered until Marco starts saying, it's not criminal to be an individual. I find I'm getting these all mixed up. That happened a little bit beforehand, and then later on it continues onward. And basically this all starts an entire revolution. Marco becomes a revolutionary princess. Everyone basically takes over St. Olga's. Star blows up the magic turning offing generator that you never actually see. And also, again, why is their magic working? We know that there is magic cancellation in these dimensions and worlds because of Pixtopia, which they even mention. Also, there's a little pixie princess in there. So is that pixie princess the daughter of the queen? I don't know. But so Star, so they blow that up. The princesses basically take over, and Star says that they should leave, but Ponyhead says, no way, I have to stay because I gotta make sure this never happens to anyone else ever again. But, in this book, she says, again, that, St. Olga'S, that she's gonna stay there and, you know, try to protect the place, you know, try to keep it to where no other princesses will ever have their individuality and yada, 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 all their individuality and stuff sucked out of them again. She says this, but if I can find in, again, this book, which is canon, because I looked it up, and it says that this is actually a canon thing. This is a canon book that has the actual, fuck me, where the fuck is the bits? Show me the bits! Show me the bits! Alright, so, this is what Ponyhead's saying. This is Ponyhead right here. This is what she says in this one. Again, she said before that she's doing this to make sure no other princesses go through the same thing. But again, this is how she leads the place. After a couple bits, she goes, after a couple days, the other princesses start demanding things. Ponyhead, we still want to get an education. And we get Ponyhead, excuse me, did you say something? Oh, then they kept being like, Ponyhead, we need food. Ponyhead, lights don't work. Ponyhead this, Ponyhead that. Okay, so this is so then Ponyhead goes, okay, this place is boring. Peace out. So in other words, that's a load of bull, because Ponyhead straight up abandons the place after she doesn't have any fun. She did not give two craps about any princess there or any other princesses that get sent there. So, yeah, that was just a bit that I probably wasted too much time on. But in any case, but anyway, anyways, this episode is alright. This episode is alright. I wish there was more to it. Because again, like this should have been the season finale for season 1. This should, actually, yeah, I'll say that right now, yeah. This should have been either the season finale or the episode right before the season finale for season 1. At least the episode before, or better yet, not had been the season finale for this one at all, and had allowed that to continue at least a little bit. Maybe they have to break Star out of there at one point, and then, like, you know, they eventually will have to go back. Maybe that will happen in this. Maybe that will happen to go back again, but I don't think that'll ever happen. I don't think that'll happen anytime soon. Maybe season 3. Since Marco did that whole video thing, but this episode just feels so bad. Like, we had everything set up with if anything, what they should have done was had the whole bit with the wand blowing up saved for the season finale of season 2, and basically pushed everything that happened now back a season, or better yet, still had everything play out as it did, and then the ending of season 2 or whatever would have been the wand exploding, breaking off, Toffee destroying whatever, and then it's like, then Star and Moon would be like, okay, Toffee's gone, he's dead, we don't need to worry about him. And then season 3 is where we pick up later that he started regenerating and Ludo and everything. We could have pushed basically everything back one season, and it probably would have worked a little bit better had St. Olga'S been the season finale for this season at least. Had all these princesses come up and probably get a little bit more of everything that's going on. With 1, the princesses, and 2, about all this stuff. And like the season finale being like, okay, 1, we still show the mirror, like, okay, what the fudge does this all mean? Maybe even have the whole, like, ominous poem being read to them or whatever. Like, how they, like, the episode where they went to the grandma room. Which also, the book also I like has, all the pictures for the grandma room and the captions, which is pretty cool. But, like, something along those lines. Like, they could have had something like that. Like, maybe had a little bit of the mural like that. Or, again, just leave it to where it's vague with the pictures and everything. What the fudge does this all mean? And we could have had maybe bits and pieces of that other season 2 in, like, the next season and stuff like that. Still, too. And then, you know, had it to where the wand blows up at the end of season 2. And then season 3 is when Toffee starts regenerating and everything. Because Toffee has only appeared about this first time. The next is going to be the second time. And then the third time he's going to appear. which I guess is fine. He doesn't really need to get much show time, but we could at least seen a little bit more of everything else before we blew up the wand. We could have seen a little more how Star works with it, and then season 3 showing like why the wand's kind of effed up and wonky. But in any case, again, the episode had potential. How much they built this up from episode 1 to this. How much they built up St. Olga's, that it's this evil, dark place, and that all princesses hate to go there. It seems like a pretty easy place to escape. Even like magic is available there. Where again in Pixtopia they were able to cancel out magic. Why didn't St. Olga's or Heinous go and grab whatever technology or magic they use there and use that as St. Olga's? And another thing, another plot hole, I think, if Star's wand is like one of a kind of thing, which I assume it is, why didn't Heinous kind of recognize it? Or better yet, why didn't Heinous recognize the cheek marks? Because I don't know, maybe the cheek marks weren't supposed to play that big of a role beforehand. That's why you see that one girl in the background. Or then again, I also have a theory on her for later. That girl in the background in season 1 with the cheek marks, maybe she actually will come up as something later on. But like you would think that Heinous, and no, the cheek marks are still a thing because of what's her face? Heinous has them. So yeah, cheek marks were still something poignant. But Heinous like touched Star's cheek and saw them crack. Why did she recognize Star? Especially since I'm in theory wise, I'm assuming that Heinous is probably Moon's sister. Why doesn't Heinous recognize Star? You would think that something that like that, the cheek marks that are kind of like I assume are a family thing, would have been easily recognizable. But it's just like, princess will be taken from Pixtopia to Muni. Touches it, starts cracking. It's just like, what? Shouldn't you know who that is? It's possibly your niece. Why don't you recognize her? I don't know. There's just, even this episode itself, it felt like it wanted to do the mural. It wanted to do the Steven Universe pyramid thing, which even in the Steven Universe one, in both of these they did perfectly fine, actually. I want to say that. They did perfectly, both the mural thing perfectly fine. It's not too heavily focused on. It's just a quick glance, and then that's about it. It's not something big, and it's not something like, oh, look at this, I wonder what that is. No, it's just a quick little view like, oh, wow, what is this? But if St. Olga's isn't something big later on, that will seem kind of like, wait, why was that mural there then? So that better be like something. In any case, the episode is all right. It's only bad to me if only because of the lack of because of all the potential it had, and it squandered it. It wasted it all. It made it just this itself. St. Olga's should have been the 2-hour movie, and yeah, I haven't seen the new one yet for season 3 yet, and I'm just saying but how much they built this up. This should have been the 2-hour movie type thing, which even then I'm pretty sure it's not going to be 2 hours with the Moon's episode. That's probably going to be like maybe 40 minutes, maybe 50. I'm assuming, because I'm pretty sure 20 minutes, 2 hours, so about 60. So maybe 70 minutes. Maybe 70 minutes. That's, yeah, about 70 minutes, because I'm assuming a lot of the 2 hours are probably going to be commercials. But, yeah, the episode is just alright. This could have been a bigger thing. This could have been a much bigger thing. But in the end, it just felt like a side note, a side thing, which are how much they built it up from episode 1, and then they just it's like killing a main character off, and it's a Game of Thrones reference, I guess. Killing a main character off too soon before knowing so much about him. That's basically like them. Basically, a good example, if anyone's seen Game of Thrones, that's building up Jon Snow's lineage. Who Jon Snow's parents are and stuff like that. That's building that up and then just killing off Jon Snow and totally dropping the whole thing. That's kind of how it feels. It's kind of how it feels. Like there's so much potential in there, and then they just drop it off a cliff, or they just make it like kind of so dumb. Like, oh yeah, it's this hooker in a bar. That's who Jon Snow's parent is, wife is, or mother is. Mother. That's who Jon Snow's mother is. Some hooker in a bar. That's it. Bye. Roll credits. But I don't know. But tell me what you guys in the comments below. I know I've gotten backlash before talking about St. Olga's. So tell me what you guys think. Again, there's some big plot holes in this episode where, again, why don't they just suck out the individuality out of all of them like that? Like, one, I'm pretty sure, it saves up resources. Two, it seems extremely way easier since Ponyhead was able to broken like that within a couple hours. Even then, like, we're assuming that it took a couple hours for Star to go there, and they got prepared. Like, for all we know, Star and Marco just literally went right after that happened, so it probably took like 10, 20 minutes. Maybe a half hour. I'll say a half hour. Give Ponyhead some credit. Other than that, it's like you could have easily just brainwashed all of them and boom, done. You got it done. You don't even need St. O's. You could probably have this entire thing as a service to like just drive around the different dimensions. Like, hey, do you have a princess that needs her individuality sucked out? Well, step on over. It could have been. It could easily be. This is easily fixed scenario. It's just like, okay, done. You got the individuality sucked out of her. Good job, everybody. Everybody, let's go home. Did I catch everything on my freaking list? What? No rope. Oh yeah, man. There's also some animation cheats or whatever. Like at one point they tie up Ponyhead's like a mop and everything to make it look like Ponyhead's head. But of course, when you zoom in on it, like it looks like its head's floating, but then they zoom in on it and there's no freaking rope that's holding up the head as it showed close up, and I'm just like, that's a cheat. But then also I'm kind of thinking, I guess maybe Disney didn't want the head of a pony hanging in the silhouette of a head of a pony being hanged. But I'm like, then don't do that. God dang it. Or you could have had it put where like the head was like right next to the freaking curtain and the rope was hiding it. I don't know, but like, I'm just like, that's so dumb. Also, I kind of like Ponyhead's quote-unquote original design, where it's like just blood like green blood leaking down the bottom of her neck. I'm just like, that would at least make the character look a little bit more interesting. It would have made the character a little bit more funnier. Just like, okay, okay, she's kind of annoying, but god dang, they have balls to make that thing have blood leaking out of it, the green blood leaking out of its neck. And it's green, so it's censor-free. But no, they didn't do that. But in any case, I think I channeled my inner Phalus. In any case, the episode's alright. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. My videos have more endings than the Lord of the Rings series. So thank you for watching. Which videos I've done. Links are on my Facebook description ones over there somewhere. It's not criminal to be an individual. And again, if they're trying to, they're holding their eyes open. Oh no, I can't move I can't blink. But I can turn my eyes this way, you dingus, and even this way too, and like that actually wettens them too, so you don't even need to blink for that. So yeah, those guys are idiots.